Big thing in the news, orcas started wearing dead salmon hats again after ditching the trend for 37 years.
Can you tell me more about that? Because I saw that. Should have clicked on it. Didn't. Am real curious.
I've been seeing it nonstop for like a week now. Basically, there's this subreddit called Our Brand New Sentence, and this has been reposted like 20 fucking times. After the first, it's not a brand new sentence anymore, guys.
Yeah,
but that's just me ranting. So in the 80s, orcas were like wearing dead salmon on their hat as hats because that's what orcas do. Orcas are fucking weird people. They're not whales. They're people.
What?
That's why they murder That's why they murder people. But they started wearing them again, and scientists have taken note. That's the story.
Okay, I have a lot of questions.
Go for it. I don't have the answers,
When the fuck did orcas first start wearing salmon hats?
The 80s. What?
I just
said.
How many orcas, though? Was it
At
like
least
one
3?
brave, bold trendsetter? Or was it a whole pod? Or was it multiple pods? Like, how spread was this cultural phenomenon?
I don't know. Trends just kind of happen. Like,
but
there's no
my point.
Original source.
It's
like in general. Tell me when girls started wearing crop tops and find the original source, and then I will give you the source of the orcas. You can't because it doesn't fucking happen like that.
Here's what I'm asking, though.
Here we go.
So humans, if me and you start wearing capes again, and then Brittany and Jasmine start wearing capes again, and that's the only people who start wearing capes again, that's such a fucking microcosm. We're just a weird group now. Like, we're not trend-setting anything. If it's just one pod of orcas wearing salmon hats, they're just a weird group. It's not trend-setting. If it's like multiple different pods are wearing crop tops and salmon hats, it's different. Fact checker got bullied for wearing capes in junior high, and that's one of the funniest things I've ever read in my life.
It's also the most honest thing. Now, listen, if we're the only 4 people in the study of what the trend is, then yes, that's the trend of this sample size.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's
like
how it works.
Taking polls for presidents. Yeah, by the way, fun fact, if you ever look at political polls, they're real skewed.
Yeah,
we could ask 3 people on the corner that are holding Trump signs, be like, who are you going to vote for? And be like, wow, Trump is really polling in Alabama.
Sure, but he actually was polling across the United States, so...
I know, I'm just saying, polls can get fucked up. You can do it the opposite way, too, where you could be like, I found the 2 people that wanted to vote for Kamala Harris.
Literally everybody on the internet was like...
all of fucking Connecticut.
Literally everybody on the internet was like, vote for Kamala. And then it turns out all of those people did, but that wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough.
Because there's a lot of people not online saying that they were going to vote for Kamala that also voted. Yep. A lot of people who didn't even know who Kamala was, and the Google trend, when did Joe Biden drop out of the race, was very popular on election night. That was fun. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, it's all excuses. Like, you could pile up reasons why, but it happened. That's all there is to it. I have another article that's kind of fun to talk about, only because I didn't know this little tidbit. Did you know that Gwyneth Paltrow has a daughter?
Oh my God.
I know.
Her candle vagina has birthed a child? No wonder she's such an... What is it called? Have you heard of almond mom or something? I feel like that's what Gwyneth Paltrow is.
She fucking invented it. She's Jade Egg Mom.
I learned what that word was.
Now,
Jade Egg Mom. Do you think she rubs her child with like
fucking
stones?
Pretend that you're Gwyneth Paltrow for a second. Put yourself in the snooty position. What would you name your daughter? Any answer's a good answer.
I know. Hold on. When you said picture yourself as Gwyneth Paltrow, my first thought was I'm buying my own private jet to fly to the candle convention, and on the way I'm gonna name my child. So
you're talking about CandleCon? CandleCon's taking place in Arizona this year.
I would name her Candlin.
Candlin?
Candlin. It's
you're
exotic.
Kind of close.
It's fashionable. It's inspirational. I found my inspiration in candles, so Candlin.
You're not entirely too far off to the theme.
I'm so scared of what the answer is.
Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter, Apple. Apple.
Fucking
her name's Apple.
Pitt
just
and
Apple.
Angelina Jolie do that first.
Did they name their kid Apple?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they named their kid Apple like a long time ago.
I
Or
can't.
am I just thinking of Gwyneth Paltrow like 20 years ago? How old is her child?
20.
Oh my God, I'm just thinking of Gwyneth Paltrow. I never knew that was her child. What?
So,
who's the
but apparently,
father?
Martin, something Martin, Chris
Apple.
Martin. So she's Apple
what
Martin.
What the fuck? Oh my God. Why does that sound like a child's toy brand?
I mean, is it not?
Hasbro and Apple Martin present Monopoly. Oh, fuck.
So anyway, I'm not going to get into it because I mostly like 80% don't care. But Apple Martin is in the news because apparently she's a fucking bitch. And
well, she was not set up for success with her parentage.
No, apparently there was like a debutante ball and she was like pushing the other girls and acting like a very Regina George mean girl.
That's fun. Well, I mean, when you're like born into the role of a toy tycoon, you kind of adopt all those shitty executive mannerisms straight out of the gate, and it's not healthy for a child.
I mean, like I said, we hit the nail on the head. Very not good parenting.
Have you watched the Barbie movie yet?
Yeah, was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember because I talked about it a lot and you hadn't seen it any of the times. And I'm just picturing that scene where it's like a room full of men, male executives, making decisions about Barbie. And she's like, but you're all men. And he goes, I have ants. And I don't know why that popped in my head.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it because because you were like saying like, it's a movie you need to watch. And I watch it. I'm like, why are you targeting me?
I don't know. I thought you'd like it. I definitely hyped it up way too much before you watched it. It's because you're a problematic male.
It's very sexist of you, Rachel. Let's start.
I want you to know my level of prepared for this is terrible. So you get what you get.
That's fine. I was late because I started it today.
Yeah, I wanted to spend my afternoon.
I started it, and then you're like, I'm going to be late. And I'm like, oh, good. I need to shower.
I wanted to prepare for this with my afternoon at work, and my afternoon at work turned into trying to figure out what fucking ciabatta bread my boss actually wants me to make a sandwich on, which is an absurd thing to spend half your fucking afternoon on.
That's fine. I was busy doing Thanksgiving. I hosted it, by the way.
Yeah,
and I did all
what
the cooking.
Hell? That's crazy. I can't believe you guys had people in your house for Ribsgiving. You make the best ribs. So it makes sense.
That's exactly what happened. But like the audacity of Brittany's mom, like bringing turkey. Can you believe that shit? Imagine if you had Thanksgiving dinner and you made a turkey and then somebody else brings their turkey. And then they're like, I brought a turkey for me to eat. But yeah, I did ribs and I did like those Korean cheese corn that I've talked about before.
Yes.
But in wonton really wrappers good. And fried like crab rangoon. It turned out amazing. But I did the cooking and I loved it because I could just sit in the kitchen like I'm cooking. Everybody. I'm not cooking because everything's cooking and you're just standing there with your dick in your hand. I didn't have to interact with people.
No, dude, that's the best part about Okay, I will say I actually cooked dishes for Thanksgiving this year. That shit's a lot of work. I don't know why fucking 50s housewives were like, let me make every fucking dish on the planet for Thanksgiving. I made cornbread stuffing from scratch and a pie from scratch, and I hated every fucking second of both. Bordering on eating it wasn't satisfying because I was like, fuck this.
I mean, I did have, Brittany was helping me. Like, she made the spinach dip the night before, and then she was helping me with the cheese puffs. But the ribs are all me.
Those did look real good.
They were real good. They were incredible.
What'd you guys fry them in? You had like little shallow baskets.
What do you mean? What did we fry them in? A deep fryer.
Do you guys like have a deep fryer, or did you just stick oil in a pan and then have little shallow baskets?
Brittany's parents have a deep fryer that I gifted them because I got it through Staples.
Did you really? Staples is so weird. Do you remember when there was a pizza oven on their website?
Yeah, I didn't get it at Staples. No, Staples had a so the Staples had the STARS program. It was like a point thing for employees because rather than pay employees or give them benefits and insurance, you do a whole point system as incentive. And I think the first year we did it, our store broke a record or something, and like everybody was gifted the choice of like a deep fryer or like a massage thingy, and I went with the deep fryer and then just gifted it to Brittany's parents.
Nice.
So technically, I was like borrowing something that was mine. All right, let's start.
Christmas crimes. Boom, 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 boom. I don't remember the sounds for Law and Order. Bum, bum, bum.
Dun, 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 dun,
Thank
dun,
you.
Dun.
Thank you.
Do you want to start or you want me to start?
I'll start. 2 University of Massachusetts students.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home.
I forgot about that part.
The only podcast jingling your bells. I'm your Frosty Gamage.
And I'm your ice cold bitch, Rachel. Each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to find out the genre of the next week's podcast. Last week, our spin landed on true crime. Hence why Gamage went and did the Law and Order thing that I also still can't remember, even though it happened 5 seconds ago.
God, can you... I know I'm taking my ADHD medication. Can you take yours, please?
No, I'd forget to take it as a problem.
You do it in the morning when you wake up, and you're fine.
I already do so many things in the morning. That's adding a whole other thing. Anyway, we're gonna do Christmas crimes. Crimes of Christmas. Crimes of holidays, really. They don't have to be Christmas crimes. They can be Hanukkah crimes. They can be Kwanzaa crimes. They can be any other denomination of holiday that I do not know of crimes.
Rachel did not say...
I did say... I hope you bleep all of this out.
I have to. It's trademarked.
Is it really?
We went through this last year, bitch. Fucking...
We have discussed so many times that the second we're done recording, it leaves our brain. Don't act like I'm gonna remember some shit from a year ago.
Sure, but
the only thing I remember from a year ago is the fucking Potlick train or whatever, Popelick train.
Fucking Jesus Christ, Rachel.
That's what they call me. Jesus Christ, Rachel. I'm the first holiday crime. I was crucified. Can we start?
I don't know, man.
You want me to go first?
Yes, go.
2 University of Massachusetts students went, as this article says, quote, full on Zoom mass, end quote, and stole a Christmas tree from the Boy Scouts who were trying to raise money for local troops. Their charges included larceny and a $250 fine, which I don't feel like is enough for stealing from the troops and the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like the price point, because like certain price points is like the difference between grand theft and
no, I know that part of
like
larceny versus grand larceny. It's just funny to me that it was a $250 fine for stealing a fucking tree from charity.
I mean, the tree is probably $250.
I'm just saying, if you steal a tree from charity, I feel like you should have double the fines.
I agree, but I don't make the rules.
I know. Name your Christmas crime.
That was fast.
Yeah, that's all I had for that one.
This one's called Naughty Elf Replies to Santa's Letters.
Okay.
My first crime comes from Ottawa, Canada. So, in Canada, they have this fun, cute program where children can write letters to Santa, specifically using the area code H0H0H0. Get it? It's like ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Anyway, this program uses approximately 11,000 Canada Post Santa's elves, and they send letters back to children. Each letter is pretty generic with slight variations in case multiple letters go to the same house, and at the end of each letter includes a handwritten message to add a personal touch. In 2007, there was a naughty elf included in the letter writing process, and they sent out some letters that left children feeling disenchanted.
Oh no. What did they say?
About 10 obscene letters were sent back out to children, and the program was halted immediately after a parent called with concerns. I wish I had more examples, but it's an older story, so the original articles are like long gone. But I do have a couple.
Okay.
Santa is really bad. He hates kids. He even hates David Beckham.
Okay.
This letter is too long, you dumb shit.
Wow.
Santa sucks dick just like your mom. And my favorite, fuck you, your dad's gay.
That's fucking beautiful.
It was some shitty teen, so we don't have his name because underage minor shit. So he was caught, and the program is better monitored now than before. It's a volunteer program, so some people are working through breaks or taking them home, so it's believed that he probably just took some home and just fucked off.
Nice.
I guess the one where he said, like, this letter's too long, you dumb shit, was like a 20-page letter to Santa from this little boy, so I probably would have fucking done the same. Jesus Christ, kid.
That's a lot of words for a child.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fuckload.
I mean, I feel like if I were the parent, I'd be like, why don't you tone it down a little bit? Can you imagine, like, everything I've ever wanted in life I could fit on one page, maybe. Just one after the other. Like, I want this, that, this, that, this, that. That's a paragraph. But this kid fucking churned out 20 pages. Either he's babbling, he has way too much on his list, or he's just fucking self-important. I hate you, kid. I'm the one that wrote that letter.
Like, it was me. God. Beautiful. I didn't know you were arrested as a teen.
I was arrested as a teen. I was detained as a teen because, like, really? I was like walking down the street with some friends, and then like a policeman came up and like was like, "We're taking you. Did you open up this grate?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
What the fuck?
Then he drove us to like
so weird to teens.
I wasn't even a teen. I was like a preteen. I was in 8th grade. Then he drove us to like this place where this grate, this sewage grate was like taken up, and like this fucking old ass officer like immediately sees us when we arrive on scene. Is just like, "Why'd you do it?" And I'm like, "I don't know who the fuck you are. I didn't do any of this." My parents are pissed because like they just pulled us over and just assumed.
Yeah.
But they're cops, so
I once had my 2 favorite police officer stories that are really fucking dumb is my friend Matt bought a pumpkin and then walked across the street from the grocery store to Taco Bell to grab Taco Bell before his like mom picked him up. And the police showed up and like full on SWAT and bomb squad because they thought he had a bomb inside the pumpkin that he just purchased 5 fucking minutes ago.
Naturally.
Yeah, of course. And then another time, I bought lemonade from a store, and it was one of those glass bottles that has the, like, you push the metal, you push these, like, little metal pieces, and it pops open, like, a pseudo cork thing that reseals the bottle, so it keeps the bubbles.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was, like, saving half for my friend, and I'm walking over to where we're meeting, which is, like, 2 stores down from where I just purchased this bottle that is mostly full. And the fucking police roll up, and it's this old dude and this young cop, and the young cop is, like, aggressively questioning me about what's in the bottle, and I was like, lemonade? I was like, you can have some if you want. And he goes, I can't drink on the job. I was like, you can't drink lemonade on the job? And he goes, no, I can't drink alcohol.
Oh, you got me.
I was like, well, I was offering
I see. Oh, no, you caught me.
I was like, I was offering you lemonade. Do you want to smell it? And he was like, yeah, I might smell it. I can't drink on the job, though. And I was watching the old cop in the background, just doing that, like, head in his hands, like, oh, God. I was like, yeah, dude, go for it. Sniff away. And he goes, I'm not sure if I smell anything in there. And I was like, okay, I'm going to leave now. Give me my lemonade back, and we're done here. And he goes, I'm not done questioning you. And I was like, no, we're done.
You don't get to just question me as much as you want unless you have any fucking reason to.
We're good here.
Were you a minor at the time?
Yes.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah,
I wish I knew more about my rights when I was younger.
Luckily, or unluckily, whatever you want to call it, my father was a police officer. So I was like, if you really want to play this game, sir, I was like, I have the privilege position that I'm in to sass the crap out of you, and I will do so.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany's dad was like kind of confused with the whole defund the police thing. He's like, well, we can't defund the police. And I'm like, no. We're not saying take all the money away from police and get rid of them. We're saying that we need to reallocate the funds because like some of these, a lot of people who become cops for the wrong reason. And then they just they walk up to children with lemonade and they're like, what's in there? Instead of, I don't know, doing their job.
Yeah, well, and it's not defund the police. It's move some of the funding to things like a fucking mental health education and how to diffuse situations. Because, like, our police are not necessarily very well educated on how to de-escalate mental crises. And that it's not defund the police. It's like, hey, let's maybe split off and reallocate our funding here.
Yeah, that's everything I said, but with more words. Thank you.
Yes, I like to parrot back what you say so that I sound smart.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, my point is like, I think the phrase defund the police is like a little too damning. It needs to be
yeah, it's meant to be kind of divisive. Like, it doesn't have to be. Also, really weird side note, one of the websites that I have pulled up right now keeps volleying back and forth between a Daiya fake, like, vegan cheese commercial and people in a weird melty face looking mask talking about dismembering people. And I'm really wondering why Daiya cheese is involved in this. And I don't think they're the same thing. Like, I think it's like an ad playing over people talking about crimes they've committed. But it's pretty fucking wild. One was like, I dismembered all of the women's bodies. Daiya cheese! Put it on your cheeseburger. Okay.
God, that whole thing is weird.
It's really... I'm gonna have to find you the two things that it keeps volleying between. Because it's really weird, Gamage. It's making me very uncomfortable. All right. In 2011, a man named Terry... holy fuck.
Can you pull it together for like a minute?
No. In 2011, a man named Terry Trent of Dayton, Ohio, got blasted on bath salts, as this article quotes, and walked in the back door of his neighbor's house and reverse fucking Grinched it, where he decorated the entire place for Christmas, lit candles, tastefully arranged them on the coffee table and kitchen table, hung a Christmas wreath on the garage door, blared Christmas movies and music while putting down toys and playing with them under the tree. The sounds from the TV woke the 11-year-old resident inside the home, who went next door to inform the man's mom. Or to inform his... Wait, went next door.
His mother. Fuck? The other next door. I read the story earlier.
Yeah, no, he went to go tell his mom, basically, about the man downstairs.
Yeah, apparently,
I just like that he reverse Grinched his ass.
Well, apparently, like, he was, like, super nice about it. He's like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry. I'm on bath salts. And, like, he was super cordial about it.
I'm really high right now.
All of his friends were like, he wouldn't have hurt anybody because he had, like, a tiny pocket knife on him. And some could see that as, like, oh, he had a knife. He had intent to stab.
He fucking decorated for Christmas. Everybody chill out. It's fine.
Yeah, like, he was just so high that he went into the wrong house. I mean, drunk people do that all the time. It's not okay. I'm not defending it, but, like...
It's not good.
It's almost a victimless crime. All right, this one's called the Santa Claus Burglar.
Ooh, hell yeah.
This one takes place not quite in the festive season, but smack dab in the middle of February in Seattle. Sean Chanel was arrested after spending 6 hours naked and trapped in a chimney with intent to burgle. A neighbor was walking by the house belonging to a couple vacationing in Mexico when they heard a plea for help and proceeded to call the authorities. Fire crews worked tirelessly to dismantle the chimney to free Sean. In a statement to Seattle police, Sean states that a friend had thrown his backpack down the covered chimney and that he was just trying to retrieve it. Why naked? We don't know. Police proceeded to accuse Sean of being full of shit as they found his backpack leaning against the garage. The judge thought this story was bullshit too, which Sean countered with cursing and shouting. He went to prison, got out, and proceeded to try crime again and go back to prison, on and on and on and on. The story ends here.
Proceeded to try crime again.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But he was just nicknamed the Santa Claus Burglar.
Yeah, I feel like they could have come up with a more clever name considering he was nude.
Naked Santa, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Naked Santa Burglar would have been fine.
They probably workshopped a bunch and went, Santa Claus Burglar's the best we got.
They were just, like, that one dude that comes up with all the witty titles was on vacation that week.
I mean, burglar, like as a word, I think of all the synonyms of robbing and stealing, burglar is the closest to being dirty, I think. Like burglar sounds perverted. Like when
If
you
you
burgle
did-
somebody, if you don't know anything about that word, you're like, "Excuse me? You what?"
I can't unthink of the Hamburglar.
Exactly. It's
That's
and the
all that comes to
Hamburglar,
mind for
by
me.
the way, is a pervert. He's a sex pervert. Don't tell me he's
No,
not.
100%. Have you seen his whole ish? Absolutely. Do you remember last year when we talked about getting stabbed by a ceramic squirrel?
No, because I don't remember anything we did last year, Rachel.
Oh,
Unlike
okay.
you remember all of it.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And
I
I
remember.
remember it too.
Yeah, I don't remember if we did this for
We did. We
the
absolutely
holiday
did.
episode.
No, we didn't
I know we
do it
did
for the
it.
holiday
I don't-
episode.
Yeah, did you know it was a holiday crime?
I didn't until I was looking for holiday crimes and I found it in there and I'm like, what?
Yeah. Same. I was looking through this today and was like, what the fuck? I thought it was worth mentioning that if you come home with a squirrel instead of beer, or if you come home without beer on the holidays, you'll get stabbed with a squirrel. Karma.
Do you have an actual story or?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
December
okay.
2nd, 1998, in Rio de Janeiro. Police found a holiday spirit of a different kind when they discovered Santa dolls containing cocaine and Christmas tree ornaments filled with marijuana in a shanty town near the city center. A police spokesman said that officers found the stash in a backpack at Koroa Residents Association headquarters, where toys are wrapped and distributed for the holidays. The cocaine in clear plastic bags was hidden under the Santa doll's red clothes and hats. Wow, they didn't even put it inside the doll. How lazy. At Easter time, police found chocolate eggs laced with drugs. Brazil is battling growing drug trade in
I mean,
1998.
it's a big problem, like in a lot of South American countries. I mean, in the United States too. There's all kinds of fucking shit. It's Colombia that has the scopolamine, I think.
Colombia has a lot of things.
Yeah. This one's called Frosty Fist Fight. During a Christmas
Beautiful.
parade in Chestertown, Maryland, Kevin Walsh, dressed as Frosty the Snowman, entered an altercation accused of allegedly kicking a police dog. The dog handling officer attempted to escort Walsh away from the crowd. Walsh allegedly removed his Frosty head mask and hit the officer in the face with it. He was arrested immediately and could be heard screaming, "This is bullshit. You have no right to arrest me." He's been attending the parade as Frosty for over a decade and claims that the policeman hassled him after he made a comment about the police dog's presence and only got angry after being detained. And that's the end of that story. A lot of these stories are like older and therefore the internet is like, we don't want this anymore because it's not current. Like you may think that like when it's posted to the internet, it's forever. It's really not.
Yeah. No, I mean, in some ways, yes. But in many ways,
because a couple of these stories were like 20 years old, and it's impossible to find anything on it because like the original article, like the news website that hosts it, are like, nah, we don't care anymore. Delete it. Do something else.
Yeah, just get the fuck rid of it.
And you can't find any information about it again. It's real cool, internet. Thanks.
This next one's called Christmas Snakes.
Yes.
On December 7th of 2012, a Slidell, which I don't know where the fuck that is, man, stole some snakes from the local pet store, including like a $600 ball python and 2 boa snakes. And then his excuse when he was caught was that they were for his child. That's not funny at all. I really thought Christmas Snakes was gonna have more.
You read the title and you're like, oh, Christmas Snakes.
I was like,
buckle
hell
me
yeah,
in.
and then nothing.
We got Christmas Snakes out of it. Something
snakes.
Samuel L. Jackson. I've had enough of these Christmas snakes on this Christmas tree.
On this motherfucking Christmas snake plane.
All right, this one's kind of funny. Not what I wanted for Christmas. Heath Blum wanted a remote control airplane for Christmas, but instead received a Nintendo Wii. He apparently kept whining about this Christmas morning in front of his grandparents before his girlfriend called him out on it. Did I forget to mention this man is 26? Yeah, he's 26. She wanted to say when he didn't get the plane, he got really upset. He acted like a 10-year-old kid. She alleges that it got heated and she hid the Wii and then was accused of stealing it. And then she alleged that she was trying to leave, and then he dragged her down 2 flights of stairs by the hair. Blom countered with an alleged that he stood in the doorway, all peaceful-like, and she punched him in the eye 3 times before he ended up pulling her hair. Both were arrested for a domestic-related assault.
Damn, son.
Can you imagine being 26 and being like, I didn't want a Nintendo Wii?
Also, how can you not want a Wii? What is wrong with you? Wii was a fantastic console.
I mean, the Wii was like one of the biggest consoles ever, but like, there's a lot of things on that I could have just never done with.
I mean, that's fair, but it changed the game.
Did it? There. I mean, the motion controls were like never worked as intended.
I think for games where it's like Star Wars, where you're really trying to truly motion control, no. I think games for like Mario Party and Mario Kart, absolutely.
Sure, the flagship game used the technology the right way. That's always going to happen. Like PlayStation having Astrobot as its flagship was a smart decision as well, because it used all the technology in the right ways. And sure, like the Nintendo Wii, like if you play Wii Sports is like spot on, all of it. And everybody remembers the Wii for like Mario and Wii Sports. Nobody remembers it for fucking Skyward Sword.
Yes, exactly.
When Twilight Princess came out, I got it for GameCube because I had the option to get it for GameCube or Wii, and I did not regret that decision.
A superior choice. Yeah.
I miss my GameCube.
Naughty Santa. 68-year-old Macy's worker that's been a popular St. Nick in San Francisco for the past 20 years. Sorry, this was posted December 8th, 2010. Lost his job right at the start of the holiday season when a complaint was made about his inappropriate quips. And he later explained, when I ask the older people to sit on my lap, I ask if they've been good, and when they say yes, I say, gee, that's too bad. Then when they ask why Santa's so jolly, I joke that it's because I know where all the naughty boys and girls live. Everything was going okay until this couple came in. I don't know why they reported me. I don't think I said anything untoward.
I mean, I have an idea as to why.
Toomey emphasized to Santa that he only ever rolled out the joke around grown-ups, with a number of Macy's employees labeling his dismissal as a, quote, overreaction.
I mean...
This man in photograph is like, really does hit like awkward, creepy Santa for me, though.
You can't work customer service and make any remarks like that, though. That's kind of...
Yeah. People called it, oh my god, everybody is heartsick about him being fired.
I mean, don't make passes at adults. Like that's not even like, it's just normal. Look, if it weren't Christmas and he was just saying that to a fucking customer, he would have been fired anyway. Like dressing up as Santa doesn't make it okay.
Yeah.
All right. This one's my last one, and it's also very short.
Okay, go for it.
So this guy, dressed as Santa, was arrested for giving weed out at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
I want to spend Christmas with him.
Seaside, California, not Florida, despite the headline. A 57-year-old Monterey Peninsula man, Randy Lange.
I want to be, when I die, on my tombstone, can you put Monterey Peninsula man?
Monterey Peninsula man.
That sounds like it would be like an Elton John song.
So this man was arrested January 2015 for furnishing marijuana after police say he was handing it out to customers and staff at the Buffalo Wild Wings in Seaside. Lang was allegedly seen wrapping marijuana in napkins and handing it out to people inside the restaurant.
What a G.
Lang also allegedly gave one employee a napkin filled with pot, put cannabis in the tip jar, and told diners he was Santa and that he had a gift for them, authorities said.
I'm Santa and I have a gift for you. Could you imagine if he actually was and Santa was just cool with the drug scene? And just like, flip, disappeared from
I've been telling Congress to legalize it for decades now.
They keep chasing me down every Christmas while I light up a doobie.
So some narc customers called police, and after officers arrived on the scene, they found 2 pounds of pot on Lang, who was arrested for furnishing marijuana.
Excessive quantity. What does furnishing marijuana mean?
It means you have it and you're giving it out, and it's a controlled substance. Like if you sell alcohol to a minor, it's furnishing. I Google the word. I don't know what to tell you.
That's just like, I'm not handing you a chair.
That's legal.
This is one-time use.
It's legal jargon for giving a prohibited substance to somebody who's prohibited from receiving it.
Okay, so if you're not prohibited from receiving it,
but this was in 2015.
No, I know. I'm saying if we as two adults in a legal state or whatever, and I hand you weed, am I furnishing your weed?
No,
or
because
am I just handing you weed
because
it's legal?
Yeah, because it's legal, and giving somebody a legal substance who can receive it is legal. If I were under 21 and you gave it to me, that would be furnishing.
If I take marijuana from a child in a state where it's illegal, am I unfurnishing that child?
I guess you'd have to Google that word, I suppose.
I have a lot of questions.
None of which I have answers for you. I gave you the base definition, and you're like, well, what if there was a Komodo dragon and he was wearing sandals?
And
I don't know, Rachel.
And he spit on your toes.
Or what if there was a unicycle, but the unicycle, instead of like rubber on the wheels, it was made of candy? Would that be furnishing if I were to ride that? No, Rachel. No, it wouldn't be.
No. All right. Okay. Baby Jesus heist.
Is this the one with the GPS thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, to be fair though, this story happens all the fucking time. Like something about baby Jesuses always get kidnapped. I don't know what it is. I mean, I kind of know what it is. I'd do it too if there was one near me.
I would absolutely kidnap a baby Jesus if there was like a big display near me. 10 out of 10, I would do that.
Answered my own question.
What was your question?
Oh, I don't know what it is.
How does Rachel get arrested?
No, it was, I don't know what it is about baby Jesus. And then I'm like, no, I still don't know what it is because I'd still do it and I would have no explanation.
No, it's just, it calls to you.
Sir, why did you steal this baby Jesus? I couldn't tell you.
It just is what it is. Yeah.
There was a carnal instinct within me.
It summoned me, much like burning the fucking goat statue.
The void was calling to me.
In the Netherlands or whatever. Yeah. It's just, it summoned me. I had to.
The Yahweh goat, by the way.
Thank you. When December 10th, 2008, baby Jesus disappeared from a nativity scene on the lawn of what I think is Wellington, Florida. They put Wellington, FLA. And I can just only imagine that's Florida, but I don't know who the fuck summarizes their state with
It's
3
finger-licking
letters.
Ass, obviously.
There you go. Wellington Finger-Licking Ass Community Center. Village officials didn't follow a star to locate him. What a dumb fucking sentence. A GPS device mounted inside the life-size ceramic figurine led sheriff's deputies to a nearby apartment, where it was found face down on the carpet. An 18-year-old woman was arrested in the theft. About 70 churches and synagogues eager to avoid the December police blotter jumped at a security company's offer to use free GPS systems and hidden cameras on their nativity scene, mangers, and menorahs.
Yeah, I mean, they saw that it worked and they fucking went for it.
What the fuck? Hold on. How can anybody do that? Others, like the Herrera family of Richland Hills, Texas, took matters into their own hands, 'cause Texas. Upset that their teeter-totter was stolen, the family trained surveillance cameras.
Who the fuck steals a teeter-totter? What? That has nothing to do with baby Jesus.
Also me, though. They trained surveillance cameras on their yard and were surprised when footage of a teenage girl stealing a baby Jesus worth almost $500. What? This is a really nonsensically written article.
I mean...
Oh my god, for 2 consecutive years, thieves have made off with the baby Jesus figurine in Wellington.
I mean, it
Palm Beach
happens.
County finger-licking ass.
It happens everywhere, every year, everywhere, all the time. Like, it's...
The ceramic original, donated by a local merchant, was made in Italy and worth about $1,800.
I feel like that's a gross fucking exageration. It's made in Italians. It's an antique. It's not.
It was made in Italians. Is what you just said.
It was made in Italians. Yeah.
It was made in Italians, so it's
at a balmy 98.6.
So last year, after the Italians' Jesus was stolen, officials took a GPS unit normally used to track the application of mosquito spray. What?
What?
I'm literally going to read this word for word.
Ugh.
This is getting weirder the further we go. Officials took a GPS unit normally used to track the application of mosquito spray and implanted it in the latest replacement figurine. What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. You didn't know what furnishing meant, and
I don't know what fucking mosquito spray means.
Mosquito spray is something you spray at mosquitoes on
That's
or at.
crazy. Anyway, Jesus got stolen, and then he got GPS tracked using mosquito spray.
Is it an Amber Alert for if the baby Jesus goes missing, or?
Oh my god. It's gotta be right. I just love, hold on, this is the quote. Attorney Mike Johnson of the Alliance Defense Fund, a conservative Christian legal group, says, clearly there are adults with an agenda to remove Christ from Christmas.
Jesus Christ. Maybe it's just teenagers being teenagers. Teenagers steal signs that say men at work, like just to have them. Because there was a band one time called Men at Work. There's nothing you could do.
Oh, Jesus.
A war on Christmas happened. It's those liberals. The liberals stole Jesus because they hate Christmas.
I can't tell you how much this article makes me want to steal a baby Jesus.
I just don't know what I would do with it.
Wait, hold on.
God, wrap it up.
Wait. Just listen to this. It's not exactly devaluing Christianity, but it is sort of ritualizing challenge to it. It could be Christian kids doing it, and on January 2nd, they become good Christians again. What happens on January 2nd? Why can I sin all year, and then on January 2nd, the clock resets?
January 2nd is the something of God, I don't fucking know.
Is it like the return of Christ?
Return of Christ.
It's when I bring the baby
worst
Jesus
movie of the
back
series.
because I'm done being drunk for the first time on January 2nd. I'm gonna go steal a child from a manger now. It may or may not be a ceramic baby Jesus. It might just be...
Thank you for joining Rachel's last episode on this podcast.
No, I can do it from prison.
You're going to do it remotely?
I almost said crimes. I can do it from crimes. Yeah, I'm going to do it remotely while I commit
I could do it from the crime place.
Yeah. I can do it from that one barred unit. I have something for us to end on.
Okay.
All right, so we've talked about some real crimes. I'd like to talk about...
I actually want to skip this.
Why?
I want to do it some other time, and I'm trying to wrap this up quickly. And
it's gonna be fast.
It's gonna be okay. You say it's fast. It's gonna be 10 minutes, and it won't be funny. Go.
Well, now it's not gonna be funny. You've taken the wind out of my sails.
I know that was exactly my plan. Go.
Anyway, I'd like us to discuss some fictitious crimes. So I think Scrooge and the Grinch are the most popular fictitious criminals, I suppose.
What did Scrooge do?
Let's see. Ebenezer Scrooge from A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens.
That's right.
His says he did not commit any overt crimes, but he did abuse his power.
That's not a crime. Is it unethical? Yes.
Yeah, it says greed, selfishness, abuse of power.
All right, he sinned. He did not do crime. He sinned.
In the play The Trial of Ebenezer Scrooge, something that I did not know existed until this exact moment, Scrooge claims that he was kidnapped and tricked into being a changed man after Christmas. He lists the number of criminal charges against the three ghosts, which include breaking and entering, kidnapping, attempted murder, and theft. I'm not here to talk about Scrooge. I'm here to talk about his ghosts.
I mean...
So... I just want you to weigh in for a moment who you think is worse. Three ghosts accused of breaking and entering, kidnapping, attempted murder, and theft, okay? Hold that in your brain. Then there's the Grinch, who definitely did a lot of crimes. Breaking and entering, property vandalism, domestic terrorism, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and stealing mail, which is a federal crime. Who do you think is worse? Three ghosts or Grinch?
All three ghosts? Yes, all three ghosts.
Yes.
I think they are because Grinch crimed. He did crime. He did do the crime, but the charges were not pressed against him. Like everybody involved forgave him, and that's kind of where the buck stops.
Damn, son. Yeah, you're kind of right. The charges were dropped, whereas the trial of Ebenezer Scrooge is literally him accusing / trying to charge them with crimes.
Now, is that canon? Is that written by Charles Dickens, or is this some fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda fucking made a play?
I have no fucking clue. I'm gonna go with it's probably a Lin-Manuel Miranda made a play sort of a situation. The author is Mark Brown, so I don't think it's Charles Dickens.
It's not canon. No, fuck that. You can't make a sequel and be like, oh, but everything was different.
But everything's not the same. Is that not what Wicked is?
How do you get the ghosts into court? What kind of Sabina do you fucking present to the ghosts?
Well, usually
Spectral
you have
Sabina?
to hire Ghostbusters.
No, ghost auditors.
Ghost auditors.
Okay, so I'm moving on to music now. Well before Chapel Roan, your favorite artist was actually Sparks. It's literally the most influential band you probably never heard of. Major influences of Joy Division, Depeche Mode, Susie and the Banshees, Duran Duran, Faith No More, Franz Ferdinand. It goes on and on and on. Their market on music is insane, and that's what I'm recommending this week. They started in 1971, and they're still going, believe it or not.
I don't believe it.
Edgar Wright, he filmed a documentary. You actually watched it one of the times you were over, called Sparks Brothers a couple of years back, and it's worth a watch.
Did I really?
Yeah, it was one of the times you were here. We watched it with Jasmine, too. In my opinion, the number one song, In Heaven, is a perfect song, and it was direct inspiration for Joy Division's Love Will Tear Us Apart, if you're familiar with that. But
fuck yeah,
I'm recommending the album The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte.
The Girl Is Crying in Her Latte is a great fucking name.
It came out last year. It's great. Fucking no two songs sound the same. It's wild, and I love these brothers. I want you to listen to We Go Dancing. It's very different from their normal synth pop, new wave, glam rock sound. It's intentionally unnerving. The song is about Kim Jong-un and the looming threat of nuclear war.
Beautiful.
It's not my favorite song, but it left an impression, and I think it's deserving of my approval. Take the whole album for a ride, though. You'll find something.
Have you heard Kesha's new album? Or new EP, sorry, not album.
Yes.
The Joyride?
Yes.
The remixes?
We talked about it. I thought it was an okay song.
Oh, well.
I mean, I talked about my opinion, but I don't think you'd listen to it, and now you're going.
No, when did we talk about it?
God, it was like fucking episodes ago.
All right. Well, shit.
I think it was during the Katy Perry thing, but like I said, go for it. Like, tell me you like it.
It's fine. I was just gonna say that I thought it was a fun reprise of the era of music that Kesha like became popular in, and having her revisit it by herself now and not with her shitty manager is kind of fun.
Yeah, my opinion of it is that I enjoyed it. I didn't fall in love with it as much as I did other Kesha songs, and I felt like it was a little experimental for her. But like there is like some Kesha-isms going on there. But yeah, I did enjoy it.
All right, well here, I'm going to go with a different song.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Two, spelled T-W-O, by BBNO $. Which I don't know why every time I see
Baby
it, I
No
want to
Money.
say bonobos.
It's I know, I do the same thing. It's Baby No Money.
Two bonobos is what I'm recommending to you this week. It's just
you
like
listen to a lot of his
like,
music, because I recommend It Boy.
Song.
It Boy is like my favorite song. Edamame is really good too. C'est La Vie.
Yeah.
God, he's a great artist.
Yeah, no, he's fabulous.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go with that and Joyride by Kesha because I thought it was fun for her to reprise her like original how she got popular, but on her own this time. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, or you also think Santa Claus is a fucking creep who wants you to sit on his lap, like and subscribe and comment and download and do all the things in your most favorite podcasting place. If you want us to talk about a thing, you can email us at whtpah@gmail.com. You can also find us at the same spot on Blue Sky. I apologize because I've been super busy, so I really have not posted on there. But WHTPAH would put on Blue Sky. I'll do it more often, I swear to God. Or I swear to baby Jesus before he gets stolen from his manger. You can also follow us at We Have That Podcast at Home on Instagram. It's just all one giant word. Fact Checker posts really funny posts. My brother always tells me he finds them very entertaining. And he's not a fucking liar, unlike you. You're on the naughty list. Piece of shit.
I would like to thank me for the use of our theme song, 10 Swings I Know About You, off the album Let's Go Ride Bikes. It's available everywhere in Wyoming, like in your cereal box. It's in your dishwasher. Just open your eyes, open any door, orifice, doesn't matter. There's the album.
Look, I know you're thinking that he's full of shit, but if you go...
I'm not. I'm full of the album.
Yes, because it's everywhere. And Gamage is currently in Wyoming, so it's just his cells are becoming the album. If you go into your dryer and open your lint trap, it's in there too. Careful, if you run a load while it's still in there, you will burn down the house. That's just how good it is.
Next week.
I was getting there. God, chill the fuck out. Next week, we will be doing the lovely and delightful art of... It's comedy, bitch. That's what I got for you. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Christmas.
All right.
I've been Frosty Tits Rachel.
I've been unnerved Gamage. And this has been We Have That Podcast at Home. Bye.
Oh, love you guys. Man.